Hello there, Ian here once again, and I very much hope this is catching you happy, healthy and strong. Today I'm talking about an idea which may seem a little confusing, perhaps maybe counterintuitive, but one we must be aware of if we want to scale successfully into the future. And that's the idea that success can very often lead us to failure. So stay tuned and we'll get into it. The idea came about, and I've heard this from a couple of sources. I've heard it from a guy called Mark Sanborn, I think. Darren Hardy quoted it too. Very good speakers, very successful authors. And I understood it philosophically, but then I remember a conversation in the past, and then bang, it really hit me, and I thought I'd share the idea with you. And the conversation that I had was with an orthopedic surgeon, a specialist who deals with joint issues. And I'd had an injury, and I went to see this orthopedic specialist, and he said, "Have you had any injuries before?" And I said, "Well, yes, I did have this injury before." And he said, "How did you treat it?" And I was given some physiotherapy exercises to do, which I did very diligently. And he said, "Do you still do them?" And I said, "No." He said, "Why not? Why did you stop?" And I said, "Because I got better." And then I suddenly connected failure and success. I had been successful in treating myself under guidance, and then I stopped doing those exercises, which were both curative, they helped me with the injury, and preventative, they helped strengthen me to prevent future injuries. I'd had success, so I stopped doing the fundamentals that got me there. In business, what we often see is when we start a company, we start a venture, we are on those activities day in, day out. We may set ourselves some contact targets to make a certain number of calls, a certain number of appointments or connections each day, each week, each month to build that business. We may then see, after several months of this, we get some customers, we sell some product, we're making some revenue. We may hire one or two people to help us with the load. But then what often happens is we then see that revenue is beginning to falter. We don't have a secure pipeline for the future. And when you look back, we stopped doing those connecting activities that allowed us to achieve success where we are now. So when we are successful, don't forget the fundamental activities that got us there. Now, it's true that doing the same stuff you did yesterday won't make you successful tomorrow necessarily. That does mean that we have to evolve our strategies and tactics in line with changes in the market, changes in technology, changes in culture and society. Of course, we have to evolve our offerings because things change. But that doesn't mean we forget the fundamental activities that lie underneath those new offerings, those new ways of doing things, those new offerings to our clients still lie on the top of fundamental activities that allow us to do the new stuff. If you think of a sports team or a successful sports person or a performer of any stripe, actor, musician, you'll find that there's a certain amount of their training that goes into doing new things, new formations on the playing field, new offensive tactics, new defensive tactics, new shots to play. There's a certain amount of training that goes into doing those things. But there's always an amount of training that focuses on the fundamentals, footwork, basic muscle conditioning, basic ball handling skills, basic shot technique and preparation. In if you're in music, basic scales drills. If you're a pianist, or depending on what your instrument is. If you're an actor, basic vocal training. That's always the foundation of what you do that allows you to do the more specialist activities as things change. So I really hope that gave you some ideas to think about. My last point on this is that actually most of our day is made up of fundamentals. In sport, as well as in performing, as well as business, most of our activities are fundamental. They are the basic building blocks of what we do. Most of our day is made up of fundamentals. So when we have become successful, when we've achieved that level of success or a level of success, don't forget the fundamental activities that got you to where you are now. Keep adding excellence to those, and you form a secure platform that allows you to keep scaling into the future. I really hope that did make sense. If you like these, there's a tab to like and subscribe below, and I hope you can tune in next time, and I'll look forward to sharing with you soon.